guys, it's Alicia and I'm back with another process video. I am again using the poolside collection here. Um, Although I am doing something a little different. I'm using a 4x6 photo this time that I printed off my selfie. And it's just because my girls are so spread out in the picture that if I would have cropped it into a 4x4, both of them wouldn't have fit in there. And so I decided to go with a 4x6 for this, but I'm going to do something a little different. So I threw an overlay over there to try to tone down some of that bright red, even though it didn't really work. But that overlay, I believe, is from the DIY shop. And then I cut my photo and the overlay into 2-inch sections. And I'm going to do, I mean, I didn't invent this or anything. I've seen plenty of people do it, but I'm going to kind of offset all three of the pieces in the photo. I just thought it would be something cool to try, and I thought this was a good photo to try it with since the middle of the picture, I mean, it has the slide in it from the water park, but it didn't have any, either of my girls in it. So, yeah, that's what I decided to do. And the overlay did add a little bit of, it has some coloring on it. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but there's like a little bit of like turquoisey teal color. I never know what to call that color, and pink and things like that. Um, I wanted to use that black diagonal stripe, that black and white diagonal stripe, but it was kind of getting lost with it was just too much with the pictures and then that diagonal. So I'm going to take some of this gold foil paper and I'm going to mat each one of those pieces of the picture onto the gold foil. And I love how you can see what a hot mess I look like when I'm scrapbooking. So keep in mind though, I did this at like 6 in the morning. When I got up in the morning and my kids are still sleeping, I went into the into my scrapbooking room and did this layout. So I definitely looked a hot mess. So yeah, I'm just trimming out each one of these pieces. I have not adhered the overlays yet, but there's a plastic film on those, and once you peel them off, they do kind of cling to your picture. I mean, you would still have to adhere them some way, but they do cling a little bit, so they weren't moving around too much. So, yeah, I got those mounted onto that diagonal stripe paper that I was talking about earlier, and it's just at the top and the bottom of each of the pieces. And then I just cut some strips out of some different pattern papers out of the 6x6 paper pad. And I should mention the background paper I'm using is also from Poolside, and I love this paper. Um, just because I know I mentioned in my last video, I just love the color blocking look, and I love yellow, so the yellow and the pink, I just really liked it. So here I go. I'm just adding one little staple in in one corner of the photo. You can't really even see that it's there too much, so that was the best way I could think of to connect those. And now I am just trying to figure out how I want these offset. So I went ahead and I popped up the two that have my girls in them, and then the middle one with the water slide is just flat against the background paper, well, the layers. And I loved how that looked. I just thought it was a cool look, so I'm definitely glad that I tried it. So I'm going through this gold acetate sheet now and just trying to figure out what I want to use. I do end up using quite a bit of gold in this layout, um, so I was happy to get back to that. And yeah, I'm just going to cut this strip of triangles out here, and I'm going to end up cutting a few of those off of there and using, I think 3 of them I'm going to end up using on this layout. So that's just a fun sheet, specialty sheet. I like that Cray Paper's doing that. So yeah, just cutting a couple out that I like, that I wanted to use for the layout here. And I'm going to stick 1 in the bottom right corner and 2 in the top left there. And I toyed around with using that 3rd one, but I don't end up using that, just the 3. So I'm just kind of looking again. I want to start embellishing everything now that I have kind of the concept for my design in mind. And I pull out this camera and I kind of fiddle with it, and I pull out another chipboard piece. I think it's the beach ball. and I was thinking about doing some kind of layering effect with them, but it didn't quite work out right. Oh, I pulled out these cute aviator glasses, little chipboard piece. Yeah, so this is just my normal process. I'm going to start going through things and kind of trying to figure out where I want them and just waiting for that magic moment. I don't know for you guys, but for me, I have like a moment where I will get, look down and things are just starting to come together. And then after that, it just goes really easy. So I'm just waiting for that moment to come at this point. It's not here yet. I'm still struggling. I know I want to use that camera, but I don't want it to just be like that, how it is right there. So I move on to something else and I pull out this chipboard little tabby arrow thing and it says love on it. And I'm sorry for the glare. I just, I have two lights, one on the left of me and one on the right of me on my desk. And so I know lots of people find ways to avoid the glare and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I love making videos and stuff, but I'm not into the technicalities. So I don't know. So yeah, I pulled out this floral that's from the die cut pack and this ice cream cone with gold glitter. And then I also layered like a blue ticket piece under that chipboard camera. And yeah, I'm just going through the different ephemera and picking out things that I want to use. Some of it makes it, some of it doesn't. I thought about maybe using this kite because I'm like, when else am I going to use it? We don't really fly kites. My kids don't, but I don't use it on this one. I am, however, going to use this acetate piece that says sunshine, and I'm going to lay it across the bottom part of my photo. And what I liked about that is because the two strips or the two pieces of the photo on either side are raised, it created a really cool dimension with that acetate um, in the middle of it. So I really liked how that came out, if that made sense. I try to show it a little bit in the close-ups at the end. So I'm just sticking down these acetate pieces with my ATG. I'm like, if a little bit of tape shows through them, I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world, right? So yeah, I just used ATG and now I'm just kind of sticking stuff down. Excuse me. Trying to mimic how I had it. I'm sorry, it's pretty early in the morning. Trying to get this done before Olivia gets up and makes her guest appearance on my voiceover. So yeah. So just sticking some stuff down and now I'm going to go through the sticker sheet and see if there's anything I want to use off of there. And I thought about using this like word strip that said fun, but it wouldn't pop out enough. So I'm going to put that back. And I am going to use, yeah, there it is, that flamingo sticker. So cute, right? And I'm just going to layer that with the sunglasses and that kind of adds what I needed it to down there. It just felt bare to me down there. So, you know me, I'm like, the more stuff, the merrier on my layout. So, and then that is just a little pink random arrow that is on the sticker sheet, really tiny little arrow. So I just threw that on there. And I'm going to grab the other half of the sun that I used on my other layout and pop that in there just for, I don't know, I just like the suns. And I stapled that acetate word sunshine onto the photo and still just gluing some stuff down. And in that upper left corner, that's actually where my title is going to go. So I'm kind of leaving that alone for embellishment for right now, just because I'm not sure exactly even what my title is going to be. And I'm thinking I'm probably off somewhere, yeah, trying to find something. So I pull out these Amy Tan like word thickers, and I'm just going to use the fun in the times. Pretty original, right? And I know there's a lot of gold up there right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some more strips out of these pattern papers and I'm going to just layer those on top of one another up, against the edge in that upper left corner just to add some color up there because um, it was just gold. There was nothing else, which, gold is beautiful, but it was just looked very weird to me, so I'm going to go ahead and try to arrange these how I like them, and then I'm going to end up adhering them down in a minute. And yeah, this photo was taken again on vacation when we went on vacation over the holiday for like Christmas and New Year's last year. And this picture is just so funny. Like both of my girls are making like the most funny faces in this photo. So that's why it was like really important to me that they were both in the picture. It's just hilarious. So so here I am. I'm just sticking these various strips down. Kind of trying to figure out, maneuver them how I want them. They're not really how I had them laid out the first time, but like I said, I'm like pretty casual with the scrapbooking. I mean, I like things to look a certain way, but I don't, some things I just don't fuss about. Some things I do, but some things I don't. So I decided to move the title up a little bit more so it was overlapping those strips. And then I'm going to use these tile stickers on the sticker sheet to just spell in Florida. So the title actually reads Fun Times in Florida. And I am just loving those tile stickers. I am kind of having an inner battle with myself if whether I should grab another one of those sticker sheets just for that alpha. But I don't know. I think, you know, collections come and go, so I will probably be on to the next collection and the next set of tile stickers in no time, I'm sure. So I'm grabbing this floral off of the sticker sheet and I just popped it up and I like the dimension that it adds up there and the color that it adds. So I stuck that on down. And I'm back at the chipboard because I had thought earlier that I wanted to use some of these like plus signs that were on the chipboard piece. And so I think I am going to end up using a couple of them. I pulled out this ampersand, but that doesn't make it on here. So yeah, here I am just using a couple of those chipboard crosses up there also just to add a little bit more color. And I thought about adding this one down there, but it definitely did not look right. So I'm not going to do that. Just going to go ahead and stick these down. And I think I'm going to grab oh, that is a flare. That's actually from Style Board, and it's just in that blue color, and it says happy. So I'm just going to tuck it in there under those pictures. And I grabbed some yellow Teresa Collins enamel dots just to add a little bit more texture. I haven't used enamel dots in a while, I feel like. I've kind of been on my sequin phase thing. And so I'm just going to stick a couple of these enamel dots in the different areas, the different clusters. And I'm going to grab some mist now, I believe, and I'm going to use the Heidi Swap Color Shine. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to use some archival ink in pink. That's the Heidi Swap pink, and my date, and just put the date on there, the date stamp thingy. And now I'm going to grab some mist, and I'm using the color Heidi Swap Color Shine in the butter color. It's a really pretty yellow color, and also the gold. So and that's pretty much it. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling with my gel Signo, I can't even talk, my gold Signo gel pen. And then I'm going to do some close-ups. And while I'm doing the close-ups, you're going to see me add a couple more enamel dots in that cluster to the top right of the photo. Just, I don't know, I just felt like it was missing there. So I added a couple more enamel dots there. And that is really it. I hope you guys are enjoying seeing the poolside collection. I'm having a great time working with it. Um, and yeah, there'll be some close-ups and some stills at the end. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.